And we're live. Right, stop that straight away. You were saying that one of your biggest problems is you're just absolutely heaving.
Yeah.
And you know breathing's an issue for you, don't you? Because
yeah.
we discussed that. You're breathing out nicely there, but there, you've only just started breathing out from your push-off.
Right.
You've held your breath right the way back
from there. Kick, right.
Now that is immediately going to put you at a disadvantage. Okay, so as soon as your face is underwater or in the water, your mouth is in the water, you want to be trickle breathing out, right, including your push-offs. All right, but it needs to be controlled and relaxed. All right. Quite a nice stroke there, mate. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. It's good to see it from the side view.
Yep. I think you are a combination of two swim types. You held on to it again there. Ankle flexibility is not a major issue for you there.
How about the legs? Are they low?
They're a little bit low, but that'll be, I reckon, because you're holding your breath.
Right.
Okay. As soon as we, I mean, look at that. That's superb. Absolutely no issues there with ankle flexibility at all. It's really, really good. Probably a little bit low because you're holding on to your breath. All right.
Because of the air of the lungs.
Yep.
Right.
Head position is pretty good. Possibly a bit too high. That could be contributing to the slightly low legs, but your leg position isn't a major issue there, really. You pull very wide. You see how wide your arm is going there? From there, look.
Right. As in out
yeah,
to the right.
Yeah.
It should be more straight, though, shouldn't it? Just coming straight down.
Yeah. I'm going to do that. I'll just show you on that, with that lady we saw earlier on. Shelley Taylor Smith. Just as an example. Somewhere at the end here, I think. She's actually swimming straight towards us. Somewhere. Come on, there we go. Right at the end of the pool, typical. Just, it's only a small bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And her arm's more bent as well.
Yeah. Yeah. But your arm does bend as you go further back into the stroke.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I think she's possibly at the a slight fractionally later in her stroke. So, but she's also a little bit flatter than you. So that arm, and that's because that arm's already come in to the water, whereas yours actually hasn't broken the surface there yet. Remember what I talked about earlier on about front quadrant swimming, where you've got one hand in front of the head at all times? Yep. I think if we probably look at this, yeah, there you go. Classic example there. Look, you can just see your hand coming in there,
yep, and
that one's gone out of sight.
That's gone behind me already.
It's gone behind you already, whereas with Shelley Taylor Smith, her hand's there and she can still see that hand.
So I'm bringing my right arm back too quickly. Is that right?
It's just a timing issue.
Right.
Have you ever done catch-up?
No.
Okay, we'll do catch-up, and then you can work back from catch-up to get the timing nearer to where you want it to be. So your timing would be more similar to like windmilling. So while that arm's up, not with a bent arm obviously, but this is down one, that one's up.
Right.
And it's sort of moving like that, whereas you want it to be, that one's in front, just as this one's coming in. For a split second, I aim to see one hand in front of my, or both hands rather. I aim to see the recovering hand just coming into the water, just as the catch hand is going out of vision. Right. That will give you front quadrant swimming then. So It's only slightly out, you know, it's not a big issue. And then on the other side, when you breathe out there, look, your hand's actually coming right the way across the body line.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have got rid of Shirley Taylor-Smith so much there. And again, that hand's gone out of view, look, and the other hand hasn't come in yet. It's just coming in there.
How about the S of the arm when I come down? Is that right, or so?
Are you consciously trying to make an S?
No, I'm not.
No,
I just saw it there.
You don't want to make an S.
Right.
You certainly don't.
So it should just be straight down then.
You're always going to make a very slight S because of the mechanics of the body.
Right.
Okay. But in your mind, visually, you want to be thinking of from initiating the catch, you just press straight back.
Right. Okay.
You're always going to do a very slight S.
Because of the resistance.
Yeah. We'll be able to see from here. There you go, look. That hand there is disappearing behind you. There's that windmilling effect. Look, you've got one directly up above and one directly down below. Okay.
That's what I want to avoid.
You want to just change your timing a little bit so that this hand, the hand that's recovering, is in the water here. You want it actually in the water and extending forwards.
Right.
All right.
And then bring the other one back. Is that right?
Yeah. Everything's moving continuously. There's no pause or dead spots or anything. You just change the timing. So the recovering hand is always going to move quicker than the hand that's actually initiating the catch. That one's there at the front of your stroke, finding the water, not literally flopping around trying to find it. You know it's there, but it's just initiating that catch and setting it up, whilst this one's going all the way over from there to there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a bigger movement on the recovery hand. Also, quite a bit of a scissor kick there. Okay, think about that frontage there on the water. That's creating a lot of resistance, which is going to slow you down. And that is probably because your hand there extends nicely towards the other end of the pool.
It's kicked out again, isn't it? On the right foot. Is that hips?
It's your hips, but it's your arms that are causing it.
Right, okay. So I've got to leave it in the water there a bit more. So I glide a bit more.
No, we don't. Yeah, it will do, but you don't want to glide because that means, by the sheer nature of the word, it's sat there doing nothing while you're waiting for something else to happen. You swim quite flat. We need to look at a bit more rotation because you can see there, just as that hand's coming in. Actually, that was deceiving. That is a good hand entry. That is nice. But I think if you're rotated over a little bit more, it'd be even cleaner. Because there's a when we see the head-on stroke of you. You'll see that you've got quite a wide arm recovery. So you're quite flat there, look, except for when you breathe, which is quite natural. Remember what I said about when we were talking in the room about pressing down for the air for you to get your breath?
Yeah.
There it is, look. Can you see that hand that's in the water? It's pressing down so that your head's clear for air. Right. So at that position, in that stroke, as we were talking about just now with the front quadrant swimming, that arm there wants to be more going forwards.
Right.
It still needs to be extending out in front of you.
Rather than pulling back. I'm pulling back too quick.
You're pulling back too quick. All right. That is very, very nice. Nice little bow wave being created there, and a really good Popeye impersonation. It's good. So breathing, I think, stroke timing, which hopefully, and rotation, which I think once we get that rotation sorted, we'll stop that scissor kick a little bit. Let's just have a quick look at coming straight on. Yeah, your hands are quite wide there, you see, but when you breathe, Do you breathe to the same side all the time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That's the other thing that we do need to have a real good look at, probably between all three of you, is bilateral breathing. Now you don't need to do that bilateral breathing as in breathing every 3 strokes. You could do it breathing to the left side, going up the pool, and to the right side coming down.
What benefit does that have?
It balances your stroke out. Okay. Not only that, if you're open water swimming, yeah, if you're going pier to pier, and the waves are coming at you from the right, and that's your favoured side, you're getting a face full of wave every time you lift your head out for air. So you need to be able to breathe both ways. On race day, you breathe on whatever side you favour most.
Yeah.
You want to think about getting as much air through as you can. But in training, always have an element of bilateral breathing.
Okay.
Not only that, it's good for drafting. Yeah, if you're drafting a guy who's there, the best place to be drafting is on his hip, not on his feet.
Right.
Okay, now if you're there, you want to be looking to him. So you want to be breathing to him every time. But if you're there, you need to be breathing that way. Okay, because if he changes, if you're breathing the opposite way to where he is on the opposite side, and he changes direction correctly, you've lost him. And once you've lost that, once he's created that gap, you'll have to put a heck of a lot of effort in to get him back.
Right.
So always have an element of bilateral breathing. Okay?
Yeah.